Today, I'm talking about punishments of cruelty to animals. I have some questions. Do you love animals?
Yes!
I definitely love animals, especially cats and dogs. What would be just a punishment? I do believe that they deserve to spend some time in prison for that crime, but it never happened in Korea. Are we gonna talk about these sections? First, why? What is that problem? According to the law, they treat animals as objects. That means the name of a sin is property damages. Someone killed or hit the animal. The law treats animals as objects, so they suspend to pay a fine. Even though the criminal killed the animal, he was suspended to pay a fine of 3 million won. In this February, Congress revised the law, but it happened a lot of examples. In the case of cruel way of killing animals, a sentence of up to 2 years in prison or up to 20 million won. After law revision, in the case of cruel way of killing animals, a sentence of up to 3 years in prison or a fine up to 30 million won. Well, after revising the law, there are a lot of cases of cruelty or killing. March 29th, a woman who put in the garbage bag a dog because she wanted to abandon it. March 24th, 6 cats were killed by someone on street. March 7th, a man who running with a wrist tied to a cart of 80 km per hour. Eventually, the dog died. March 21st, a guy who pushed a cat down a third window sill. But you know what? The guy was a high school student. So, how was the punishment in Korea? A man who killed a dog, he was sentenced to pay a fine 3 million won. A woman who killed 2 cats, one cat died, one cat hurt its backbone. She was sentenced to pay a fine 1.5 million won. 2 elderly men who were roasting a live dog with a torch because they wanted to eat dog meat for the dog's first of summer. They were sentenced to pay a fine of 1 million won. A man who killed 600 street cats by putting them all in boiling water. He was given 10 months jail term but suspended for 2 years. A man who was running with a leash tied to a car. People called Devil's Echoes because the car's name was Echoes. It was innocent because he said, "I'm not on purpose." In his justice for 4 years, 2016 to 2019. 2016 occurred is 304. 2019, 904. That is a travel by 2016. Arrest is 244. 2019 was 723. But imprisonment, 2 case, 1 case, 1 case, 0. But non-straight, 2019, 973. It is almost 1,000. Maybe now it's over than 1,000. Then compare with other countries. First, America. A man who threw his girlfriend's dog to death at balcony. He was sentenced to 3 years inside. A man who was running with a wrist tied to a truck. It is similar to devil's accused, but he was sentenced to 10 years and 6 months inside. It was maximum penalty. Georgia, US. Someone leaves dog in the car alone a few hours. He can be sentenced to 6 months or pay a fine $1,000. England. Left to death without giving water and food. It was suspended to 18 weeks and no animal ownership. Left alone a car a few hours, suspended to pay a fine $3,500. German, you know what? German is the happiest country for animals. The welfare is very good. So left alone a car a few hours, suspended up to 3 years, and no animal ownership and impounded animals. Killed animal, suspended up to 3 years and no animal ownership. Abandoned. In Korea, it has a lot of cases in abandoned, but someone never happened to punishment. But in German, suspended to pay a fine of 25,000 euro. It is almost 32 million won. So, the heaviest penalty for animals abuse is currently a maximum fine of 3 to 5 million won, no jail term. To reduce cruelty to animals, the judge gave the defendant the maximum sentence or big penalty. The judge should impound, and the cruel people are not allowed to adopt any animals. What's the use of revising the law? It's got better to not to revise. Many people still felt hurt from cruel people. Please, the judge have to change the mind about they treat animals as objects. They are not your property. They can feel like people. They are life. The worst point was the animals, the criminals can adopt after killed or hurt animals. Then the animals continue to suffer again. They will be like hell every day. Even so, the animals might wave their tails when the owners come. At least the judge should give the maximum penalty allowed by law. Thank you.